Well, good day there. So I'm out in the woods and I'm just taking the Ranger for a ride. I got this about a week ago and I've been riding it around a bit. It's pretty handy. It's nice to tow the wood splitter with and throw the chainsaws and gas can in the back. I had a four-wheeler before, but this is just handier for going through the trails. And I like that it's narrow. It's just a hair wider than a four-wheeler. Like, it'll still go in the box of a pickup truck, which is nice. It's got a pretty good sized dump box on it. It's comfortable for two people to ride in. The only complaint I have though with this is it hardly has any ground clearance compared to a four-wheeler. It bottoms out on pretty well nothing. Like, if there was a hard hat on the ground, it'd probably bottom out on that. So I've got a lift kit ordered for it, so when that comes in, we'll get that installed. Okay, so just bottomed out on that rock, and for reference, like, that's really not that big of a rock. Is that all you need?
That's all I need.
Alright, so we got the Ranger up on the hoist. Little delivery came in the mail today. Amazon's finest 2.5-inch lift kit, according to this box. So, get that installed. So for the front of this lift, it's just these little spacers that go in here underneath the struts.
No big here.
Oh, can't see that.
Marking this, so I know how far to shove the strut back down then.
Oh, you can adjust it. Yeah. How do you get the lift here, like, max it?
Not because it'll just push the shock up further and friggin' compress the system. Now make sure you take your jam nut off back here. That holds your brake line. Take that little front out. And you loosen these, don't take them out. And she'll just drop out. The other one I put in is not tight like this.
The other one wasn't like a tiger.
Push her back down where she needs to go.
Can you see the mark on it?
Yep, she's down in there now. You're not gonna get all the way in, but she's pretty fucking damn close. Okay, there's the mark, so we're gonna shove that down inside the lift. Just gonna hold that wrench. Alright, I'm gonna put your fucking clip back up. Jam nut on her, hold your brake line. Then this is the fun part. Fuck, you're really getting some trees in here.
Oh yeah, cedar.
Try spinning and going nowhere. You can put a wrench on here and then a wrench on top of that stud, 10 mil on top of the stud. There she is.
Tight is tight. Made that look pretty easy. So Ian started getting the second side apart, and you'll see me here with a bottle of WD-40. We live in Ontario, Canada, and they just pour the salt on the roads, and I can't stand rust, so I undercoat everything I own. I found the WD-40 works pretty good on four-wheelers and snowmobiles because it's a thin oil, but it still does a good job of protecting stuff from rust. The previous owner that had this, he did drive it on the road in the winter, so it's got a little bit of rust, but it's not terrible, so I'm just giving her a quick spray down to try and keep the rust down. Alright, so this back lift is fairly simple. It's just these brackets. Let's see here. There they are. It's that bracket that puts in and raises the shock up. So we'll get them in.
Call me lazy, but I don't want to die. Like pocket.
So that bottom bolt didn't want to come out. So got the sway bar top links loosened off.
Thank God. Make sure you put this spacer in because you'll have a whole world of fucking trouble later when it crushes down. Especially when you're loading her full of wood. We'll tighten it all at the same time.
The left knot?
Where these right here.
Oh.
If you put it too tight, it won't want to flex as much.
That sits up a lot higher now. Okay, so without the left, this rock hit. Didn't feel anything. Nice. And this one up here hit too. Nice. Okay, so I will call this lift kit a success. Just drove over all the rocks that it bottomed out on before, and it doesn't bottom out on them anymore. It's not really too noticeable. It doesn't sit up ridiculously high, but Makes it just sit up good now. And the lift kit didn't affect the handling or the ride quality or anything. Like, it still rides just as smooth as it did before, so it's nice to have that in there. Probably the next upgrade we'll be looking at some a little bit bigger tires.